Content is the infrastructure that connects you with your ideal customers. And in today's video, I'm going to review 3 critical success factors that you need in your content strategy in order to connect those dots between you and your brand. So stick with me. Hi, I'm Vicki O'Neill-Carroll, and I help entrepreneurs and small business owners with their marketing and content strategies and help them connect the dots between their brand and their ideal customers. Why? To ultimately grow their business through more sales and through more customers and through more sales with their customers. This is the same meower I had last time. She's a little stinker. It's not even time yet. We are going to discuss 3 things today that are critical in your business to not only connect the dots between you and your customer, because that's not your end goal, right? Your end goal is to stay in business. And the only way that you can stay in business is to continue to generate revenue. And the only way you can do that is to sell more products or services and to bring on more customers and help them solve the problems that they want to have solved, but maybe they just don't know that you provide it yet. And that's one piece to your overall content and marketing strategy. But let's step back for a moment, shall we? The first thing that you need in your content strategy is a basic infrastructure, right? With anything that you build, whether it's a road, it's a house, it's a business, you need to have a core infrastructure in place in order to be successful. And it helps you navigate everything else that you do in your business, because when you have an infrastructure in place, then you know what your core values are, you know what your core goals are, and you know who you want to serve, right? Yes, and that first thing in your infrastructure is your goals. I talk about this in my online course. It's one of the things that we talk about in videos, and it's probably something that you already have in your business, or at least I hope you do, that you have goals that you're working towards. Without goals, you're just navigating haphazardly throughout life and through your business and just hoping that something's going to happen. So you do need to have goals, and they need to be SMART goals, right? They need to be specific and measurable and achievable and relevant and timely. Those types of goals are the ones that are going to resonate more with you on a regular basis and just keep it top of mind that you need to stay focused. And everything that you do in your business needs to focus on one of those core SMART goals. So you need to have those written down. You need to have them typed out. You can plaster them on a banner. You need to have them someplace as a constant reminder that when you're getting ready to create a blog post, you're getting ready to post on social media, does this piece of content serve my purpose? Does this piece of content serve one of my goals? And if it does not, then take a step back, reevaluate what that needs to be, recreate it, and then post when it's going to meet one of your goals. The second thing that you need to have in your business is understanding who your ideal customers are. Now, if you've already got a good customer base in place, then you likely already know who your ideal customer is. But if you're just starting out and you really don't know, and you're just kind of sending information out into the stratosphere and the internet and emails, and you have no strategy, it's kind of like taking a map, whether you have GPS or you go with the paper kind back in the day. But you look at a map, and I'm in Ohio, Cincinnati area. And if I wanted to go to Los Angeles, California, there's all kinds of different roads that could actually take me to Los Angeles, right? I mean, I'm in the Midwest, and that's far west. Yeah, west. And that's the far west side of the United States. So it's going to take me a long time to get there. There's all kinds of different paths that I could take, and I'm going to run into dead ends in some places if I don't have a map. So the best thing that I can do if I want to get from Cincinnati to Los Angeles is to map out my path and how I'm going to get there. I'm going to want to map out the stopping points. Where am I going to eat? Where am I going to sleep? Where am I going to take breaks? When am I going to get water? What are all the things I need to do along that path, and where are they going to happen? That same thing is true in your business. So your city, Cincinnati, would be currently where you reside. Los Angeles, in this example, would be one of your goals. Now, all of those things that happen in between there, whether it's the different roads that you take, or it's the stopping points along the way, or where you stop along the way, those are the things that need to be included in your strategy. So going from Cincinnati to Los Angeles, that plan that I have between those 2 points is a strategy. That same thing needs to be in place with your business. So whatever that end goal is, whether it's achieving a certain revenue goal, or it's retaining a certain number of customers, or it's reducing your customer acquisition costs, whatever it is, it needs to have a plan. And along that plan, you're going to have different content pieces that meet different objectives and serve different purposes along the way. The third thing that you need in your content strategy is the type of content. There's different types of content that you need to create in order to attract and engage your ideal customer. It could be text in the form of blog posts or social media. It could be video in the form of creating for a YouTube channel or some type of online course. It could be audio in the form of a podcast or some type of Clubhouse speech. I laugh because it's Clubhouse. I won't go into that. That's another subject. But anyway, I digress. The different types of media need to be considered as part of your overall content strategy, because different content works on different platforms. If it's YouTube, then of course video is going to be your number one priority, because that's what YouTube is. It's a video platform. And it also helps with SEO, which is why your description and your titles are really, really important. But this is not a text or an audio platform. So your video strategy, which is part of your content, would be completely different than if you are creating a blog on your website, or if you're trying to create audio in the form of a podcast. Looking at your ideal customers, and one of the reasons why you need to know your ideal, or who your ideal customers are, is because not only where they are, but you need to understand how they best digest information, or how they best learn, or how they best want to find solutions to their problems. When you know that, then you can create that type of content and then place it where they are with compelling messages that are going to attract them and engage them in your content. And then ultimately they'll get to know, like, and trust you, and eventually buy from you. So your content is actually going to be that critical success factor that connects your brand and them buying from you, and helping your business not only stay alive, but thrive. So knowing the different types of contents, where they are, creating a strategy, and knowing how you're going to navigate from point A, Cincinnati, to point B, Los Angeles, that's going to be critical to the overall success of not only your strategy, but your business, and how long it's actually going to be around. Now, you can look at different destinations, right? So when I say different goals, if I have a goal of going from Cincinnati to Los Angeles, that's one goal. My destination in that situation is Los Angeles, and that could represent increasing revenue by 10%. Now, if I wanted to go to Chicago, that's going to be a little bit of a different path, right? It's still in the Midwest, but it's in 2 states away from Ohio, and it's about a 5-hour drive. So it's going to be a little bit different than going to California, which is about a 2-day drive if you take breaks and actually want to sleep. And that's going to be a completely different strategy than if I want to go to New York, which is the complete opposite direction of LA, and headed towards the East Coast. So each one of those destinations will represent a different goal in your business. One's revenue, one's customer increase or customer retention, and another one is reducing customer acquisition costs. They're each going to take a different strategy, but they're each going to require content, and understanding what your goal is going to help you determine what type of content you need to create for your ideal customers and trying to achieve each of those individual goals. I am rolling out a 5-day program that focuses on creating killer content that converts. And I'd love to have you join me. If you've gotten to this point in the video, it means you're interested in content. You know that you need to either create a content strategy, understand what type of content works best for you and your business, and ultimately what type of content is going to help you convert any people who are interested in you and doing business with you and help them convert to an actual customer, someone who's buying from you and helping your business thrive. If that is something that you want to join me on, I would love to have you in there. And I've included a link to the landing page in the description below. Hey, psst, Pixel, leave him alone. I've included the link in the description below. Go check it out and go ahead and sign up. I would love to see you in there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And until next time, make today great.